Hey, Walter here, and I'm going to share with you a very interesting entry technique that can help you quite a bit. I use this for a couple of different reasons. One is I use it to make sure that I'm only getting into the best trades that have momentum. And two, I also use it to help filter out the very best trades. So it enables me to take the best trades, or at least the ones that have the most momentum behind them, immediately. Which I found to be a very good predictor of successful trades. If you'd like to learn more about trading without indicators and using aggressive risk management strategies, you can go to bigprofitscourse.com or click bigprofitscourse.com or click the link below this video to get more information about our $1,000 account that we're ramping up to 100 grand. So that's at bigprofitscourse.com. So let me share with you how this works. And we use this in the course too. All of my trades that I'm taking in the course, we use this, or nearly all, I shouldn't say all, about 85, 95% of them are going to be like this. And you can do this too. So let me ask you a question. Well, first of all, I had a sell signal right here on the pound Singapore. So it was this big bearish candle here that I said, okay, that's a bearish candle. And when this candle was forming, I was hoping that what it would do is wick into this area here where the support was right here, and that would be a great opportunity to sell. And that's exactly what happened. I put my sell stop at 70.12, 1.7012. You can see the low on this candle is at 1.7016, so it's 4 pips lower. It actually triggered that, and then it went ramped way back up there and looked like it was going to be a terrible trade, and then fell back down here. And once it fell back down here, once I saw this kind of a look, I thought this is excellent. That was exactly what I wanted to see, because that's a very nice looking setup for a bearish trade. So I don't really know what's going to happen in this trade, but it's done everything I would expect it to do, and this is why I like the idea of holding this trade, and I'm going to hold it until we find out what happens. My target's all the way down here for 3 times the risk. Now, let's talk about what you can do to make sure that you only get into those trades that have some momentum. So I'll share with you another trade that was on the Aussie Singapore. So that was the pound Singapore. Here's the Aussie Singapore. And we were looking at taking a sell trade on a very similar setup. And it was on this candle right here. I'll share with you what it looks like so you can see. Essentially what's happening here is the exact same setup. What I was hoping for was the market to fall down here through this floor where the support was, and then the next candle here, this one was meant to wick up into this area where the 93.17 level is, just like we saw in the pound Singapore, and that would set up the sell trade. In that case, I would put my sell stop below this candle low. You can see this candle low is 92.94, so I put my order at 92.90. Well, here's what happened. It actually closed up here above the zone, which was identified as support by this wick over here and these touches over here. So as soon as it closed above the zone and didn't give me that wicky candle, I knew that it was not a good trade. Now, imagine that I had taken a sell on both of them, and I saw the market go up, and I took a sell somewhere around here, around the zone, for example. A lot of traders like to get in on a retracement. The issue with that, of course, is that you'll end up taking all the losing trades. Why is that the case? Because every single losing trade must do what? It must first go against you on its way to the stop loss. Now, this trade still could get stopped out. I don't think it will. I think it's looking really good. It's, again, pound Singapore 12-hour chart. But at least I know if I wait for the market to push lower, I'm not going to get into the very worst sorts of trades like this one. Now, the stop loss would have been at the top of this bearish candle, just like the one on the pound Singapore, and it would have been stopped out immediately. So if I had gotten in on this retracement candle here, I certainly would have tightened up my stop. And it can afford a very good reward-risk ratio, no doubt, because my target's all the way down here at 91.30. So that would have been great to have, say, if I had sold right here, my stop loss is up here, I have like 25 pips of risk or something like that to make, whatever it is down there, 25 pips of risk to make to 91.30. It's 185 pips. So that would have been awesome reward to risk. And that certainly is one way to trade. But typically what I find is most traders want to have a higher win rate. And so the easiest way to afford yourself a higher win rate is to simply take sell stops for sell trades, let the market make a new low to get you into sell, and let the market make a new high for it to get you into buy trades. And I'll share some other trades that I had on the exact same time. I was looking for another one here on the New Zealand CAD. Again, similar sort of setup, big bearish candle, and we look for it to wick into this support area right here and find resistance. But what did it do? It closed up here. So immediately I think, no, I'm not going to take the trade. I remove my order from my platform. It didn't trade at 83.02. You can see here it went to 83.07. So I had my order 5 pips lower on the New Zealand CAD 12-hour chart here. And so as soon as it closed up there above the zone, I thought, well, it's not respecting it. It's probably going to go higher. And it did. Didn't quite get to the stop loss level, but it came pretty darn close. And so at this stage, I'm happy that I am not in a sell trade in the New Zealand CAD or in a sell trade in the Aussie Singapore. And instead, I'm in my sell trade on the pound Singapore right here, because it did, in fact, do exactly what I hoped it would do. It wicked into the resistance area, and now it's fallen lower and traded lower. So there is an easy way for you to improve your win rate. Test it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And if you want to learn more about the Small Accounts Big Profits course, you can go to bigprofitscourse.com, and we'll see you in another video.